In this video, we're going to show you how to install the turn signal lever on your Ford Taurus located on the steering column. With the hood open, go ahead and locate your ground terminal on your battery using a 10mm socket. We're going to go ahead and loosen this nut right here. Loosen that and pull it off and set it aside. On the bottom knee board right here underneath our steering column, you're going to find two 7mm screws. There's one here just to the left of the port and then one over here. Loosen and remove these. Go ahead and pull that down and just gently pull this out and away. Remove this and set it aside. On the base of our steering column here is going to be three 7mm screws. There's one up in here, and one here. We need to remove our lower metal panel right here. It's going to be two 10mm screws here and two 7s up top. Now I want to go ahead and separate the upper cover from the lower here. So I'm going to go ahead and gently grab this cover here. And pull that down and out like so. Now on the back side here, there's two little hooks. So these will have to get rehooked once we attach this here. But you want to go ahead and set that aside. Then we can adjust our steering tilt. Pull it up and off to the side like so. Now that we have our upper and lower cover removed, I want to go ahead and crank this wheel so it is sideways like so. That's going to give us access to the mounting hardware through the front here. Now on the top here and on the bottom right here is a T10 Torx bit. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen and remove these two. I'll get to remove these here. Now on our particular model, it has the adjustable pedal button right here. There's a little tab right here and there's a tab on the bottom. I'm going to use my pocket screwdriver and gently lift up on that tab there and then pry out that bottom one here. Just pop that out. If we pull it towards the driver's door, we should be able to pull it straight out. And when you're disconnecting it, you can actually see that white arm right here where it's positioned. So I'm going to slide that back in just to show you. Okay, ours was in its neutral position. So right here is the actual electrical connection block. If you flip this over, here's the metal tabs that make the actual connection in here. Gonna lift up in your cover. We're going to line this up. We're going to slide our connection onto the circuit board there. Slide that in. All right, now that we have this set in place, if you have the adjustable pedal switch here, you want to go ahead and install that next. Go ahead and line up your power pedal switch with the multifunction switch. That's going to line up where the lower screw goes and press this on. Snap it into place. Let's go ahead and get our screws started. When tightening these screws here, once they're bottomed out, a fraction of an inch. They just need to be snug. Go ahead and straighten your wheel out. Let's push our lower cover down into place. Tilt that wheel down. Raise that up and lock it. Now on the upper cover, there are little tabs right here. There's one here and one on the passenger side of it. And on the lower cover, we have these hooks. So we need to engage these hooks into the upper cover when installing this. So what we're going to have to do is maneuver our steering column just a little bit. We have to move the upper cover around a little bit so we can get these two to lock together. All right, once you get one in, go ahead and get that other side engaged. There it is. So upper and lower cover are locked together via those hooks. We're now going to go ahead and install the 3 screws on the bottom of the column. And when installing these here, you don't want to tighten them yet. You just want to get all 3 of these started. Once they're all started, then you can come back and tighten them down. You want those to be snug. Once this is bottomed out, once it's bottomed out, just give it a tiny bit more. There it is right there, just seated, and a tiny bit more. Install our lower metal panel here. You repeat the process with any of the other panels here. You get them all started, and then you come on back and tighten them down. Once that bottoms out, give it a little extra half turn there, maybe a quarter turn. You want these to be pretty snug. Now on our lower knee panel here, there's going to be these little metal clips. And these actually engage into these little slots. Let's go ahead and line this up. Just push those in all the way around on the driver and passenger side of this board here. We have our two screws. We're going to go ahead and install those on the bottom side. Just snug those down gently. You're just securing plastic. And the other 6 metal clips are securing the rest of it. So you're literally just kind of snugging up the bottom here to keep this from rattling around. Snug it down gently. Once you've installed that there, at this point here, you can go ahead and install your ground terminal on your battery. Grab that ground terminal, slide that over. Make sure that's twisted all the way down. Go ahead and snug this down. I'm using a hand ratchet. You don't want to over tighten these here. Using power tools is going to be easier to do that. So snug that down and then give that a twist. Make sure that it's good and secure. At that point there, you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.